Well, g'day, Thor. Welcome to the show, mate. It's an absolute pleasure to have you on.
Ah, hail, sales warriors.
All right, man. So you've got this massively cool tagline called Thor the Sales Warrior. Man,
Yeah.
what does that even mean? And who is it that you're out there helping?
I suppose where I come from is a place of I was a corporate sales manager. I had a team of 15. I suppose, somebody who'd gotten quite a long way in the corporate world, gotten to manage a whole state team for myself, and I hated selling, and I hated what I was selling, and I hated the way I was selling it, and I hated who I was selling it to. They weren't getting results. They weren't happy. I wasn't getting the life I wanted. So my partner said, "Why don't you get into sales training?" And I said, "Oh, I couldn't do that." She said, "Dude, you're making like $35,000, $40,000 a week for your company." I said, "Yeah." She goes, "Well, do you reckon there's some small businesses that might want to learn how you do that?" And I said, "Oh, hadn't really thought about it like that." So I guess there's three people that I really help. The first level of people that I help are small business people who are, well, they love what they do, they're great at what they do, but they have problems with sales because they think of sales as being a negative, scary, evil, manipulative and pushy thing. So what I help them to do is to realise that sales is about love. I like to say that sales is where love and self-respect meet. So loving your client enough to call them and try and help them, and respecting yourself enough to actually ask them for the order and to honour that order. So if sales is about love, self-respect and honour, it's a lot easier to pick up the sword of sales and go out there and slay the sales demon and push into your business and build the relationships you want to build and help the people you want to help. If the sword of sales has two edges, we have the edge of love and the edge of fear. If we're sitting there going, "I can't sell, I suck at selling, I'm really bad at it," we chop ourselves open with it, we're never going to be any good at it, right? We have the edge of love, which is I love my clients so much I'm prepared to slay my own demons and go into battle and to kick ass in the name of my clients. So the first level I teach is for business people who haven't quite gotten there yet. They're probably not making more than $100,000 a year. They're probably making a lot less because they're scared of selling and they worry about being perceived to be the pushy salesperson. And they will be unless they learn how to use the sword of love and pick up the sword of loving their customers and going there and fighting the good fight and going into battle to help their customers. That's the first level. The second level of people I help is people who are good at selling. They love helping their customers, but they are getting okay results, patchy results, up and down, right? Inconsistent. They need to learn the scales of justice, which is what I call it, which is measuring what's working, what's not working, when customers are buying, why they're not, what they're saying that's actually getting through, and what they're saying that's getting their customers to go, "Yeah, look, I don't need that." So they can start using what's going on in their head automatically and putting it into a script and into a system that you ask them this, they say yes. You ask them this, they say yes. You ask them this, you say yes. You ask them this, they say, "Here's my credit card." If you're not getting the results you deserve, you need to weigh yourself on the scales of justice and do better justice to your clients and figure out what you're using in your approach that isn't working for them and make it more something that works for them. So you have to do the work and actually weigh up what's working and not working. The third level is what I call the crown of command, where you actually put on the crown of leadership and say, "Right, I'm going to help these people. I'm going to help them get over their sales demons. I'm going to help them get over their problems in their pitch and help their customers so I can be a leader of salespeople." So if you're a business person who wants to grow a team and you're good at sales, you've got a system and a script, but you're just not sure how to put on that crown and say, "Right, guys, I'm going to lead you into battle. Let's go out there into the workforce and do it," then you need the crown of command. So depending on which one of those three levels you're at, that's where I help you. So if you've got people out there on the call listening right now, watching this right now, and they're wondering, "Shit, how do I get results in sales? I'm scared of getting on the phone," those people I can help. If they're worrying, "Oh my God, look, I'm getting okay results, but sometimes I get no results, and do I suck, or is it me, or is it my customers, or am I going after what am I doing wrong?" We need to look at the scales. And if we've got people who are like, "Look, I'm good at what I do, I've got a good system, but I want to hire more people and lead them," then we're looking at the crown. So it sort of depends which one of those people we're talking about. But they're probably, if they're in small business, they're one of those three people right now listening on this call.
Okay, so and what kind of businesses would they be in? Like typically information products or like brick and mortar stores? You know, what kind of...
I think, look, people often come to you from all sorts of different industries, and me and my partner Leela have dealt in over 75 different industries. People come to you and say, you know, look, I'd like to get some help making more money, but I'm pretty sure that sales won't work in my industry. And I'm like, okay, so let me ask you this question, sir. Do you take $1 for a product or a service that you offer to a client? You do. Then someone, somewhere in your business, whether you realise it or not, someone's selling stuff. It's happening. If you've got a business and you're making any money at all, someone's been selling something somewhere. It's sort of like sex. Everyone's doing it, but no one likes to talk about it. You know? It shouldn't be a dirty little secret. It should be something lovely that you celebrate and that you really do and you're passionate about with someone you love. Sales, very similar. Shouldn't be a dirty little gross thing that's, you know, I don't want to do that. It should be something sexy and awesome and that you can be passionate about, that you love.
So what is it that makes people fear sales? Like what's behind that fear?
I suppose if you look at the kind of roles that you go into to become a salesperson, it's usually as an employee, right? It's usually working for someone else, you know, like a big telco or a bank or a business that you didn't start, that you don't particularly care about. And the reason you've gone into sales in the first place, and a lot of people go into sales in the first place, is to make a whole fuckload of money, right? Mm-hmm. Sound familiar? So we go into a sales role, we're going to be rich, and then we're not. And we suck, and our customers hate us and they hang up on us, and we begin to associate sales with pain and fear and not having enough money in the bank account and having to be so desperate and pushy that we push people to do shit that they really don't want to do for money. If you're doing that in your business, you're in all kinds of shit. So as a small business, if you're frightened of sales, it might be because you've been forced into a position in your life where sales has become an icky, gross thing that you do for money that you don't want to do, kind of like prostitution or something. Mm. I totally agree. That's not what sales is about. And I'm here, I guess my mission is how to help people look at sales as a spiritually clean, decent, good thing to do, which is where love, self-respect and honouring your customer meet. People are scared of sales. No one's scared of sales. They're scared of not sales. You don't hate selling. You don't hate collecting Visa cards and MasterCards. You hate not selling. You hate getting told to fuck off. You hate getting hung up on. You hate being inarticulate and talking to people who don't really want what you have and feeling like a douchebag. Mm. Hell, I hate feeling like a douchebag too. That's why I'm doing it. So if you want to get results in sales and stop being frightened, you need to unleash your inner sales warrior and actually be able to say, right, I have something of value to offer, but only for these people. And if they're not these people, I'm not going to sell them. Hmm. Sales has to be something holy and good that you do to help the people that you love, not something you ram down the throat of people who you don't really care about and who you can't actually help to try to manipulate them into dropping some coin on you, right? So,
So I just hold on. Just the fact that word there, manipulate, right? Is that a big thing where people kind of feel like they're manipulating someone, or could it be? Because I know I've done all kinds of trainings, and you know, over the last 3 years in my journey, and some of the stuff that you train because you don't know any better. They're telling you to do this, so you do that, but it does feel icky, and it's because you're trying to manipulate them or corner them into a yes rather than trying to help them. I don't know, but they talk about like you're trying to help them, but you're not really. So it seems like tactics versus just trying to help someone. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like the distinction there? Like, is that something that could be the problem?
If we look at the sword, right? Swords don't kill people. People kill people, right? So, can you use sales strategy to manipulate people? Yeah. It's the edge of love versus the edge of fear. Fear-based selling is, I need to manipulate this person and fuck them over to get money out of them. Fear-based selling is, I need to use strategies and tactics and NLP and hypnosis and mind-fucking to screw someone out of money. Because what I've got doesn't have enough intrinsic value that they just want to give me money if they were the right customer. Fear-based selling is, if I don't make... Okay, when I started, you were given the yellow pages, you had 3 days to close a sale, or you were out the door. You made 100 cold calls a day. And if you didn't know any better, you might think that your job was to sell 100 people a day. What I know now is you make 100 cold calls, you'll get through to 50 people, 25 of whom will tell you to fuck off straight away. You'll be down to 25 people. Those last 25, 12 of them will get halfway through the pitch and then find some excuse to get off, or find some objection that they can use as an excuse to get out of the conversation. There'll be 12 left. And out of those 12, you might convert anywhere from 1 to 10, depending on how good you are, or more if you're fantastic. But your job is not actually to sell all 100 people by using the sort of fear and beating into them and manipulating them and slicing into them and hurting them to do something they don't want to do. Your job is to use the sort of love to get all the 97 people that aren't ever going to be your customers, and you shouldn't be trying to sell something, out of the way to get to the 3 to 6 to 10 people that actually do want to buy. Your 9 out of 10 people will say no. And that's okay. Your job as a salesperson, if you want to wear the holy and invincible armor of sales, is there are 3 boxes, right? Yes, no. And in the middle there's a box that non-sales people think exists. It's called maybe. Maybe will make you a maybe. Maybe will make you and your cash flow a maybe and your business a maybe and turn you to desperation and fear. And then you'll start doing the bad things that you have to do to make money when you've got no money and you're fearful and desperate. So my job as a salesperson, your job as a salesperson, is to sort them into yes or no. And there will always be more people who are no than are yes. And
excellent, man. I like that.
Your job isn't to get 100 yeses. It's to get the people who actually need to buy this to say, okay, I can do it. And the people who don't, your job is to get them out of the road and stop annoying them. But you do need to call them on their crap. So if they say, oh yeah, look, maybe, send me an email, I'm not sure, maybe, say, look, this is either something you really want to do and you've got some worries and you want me to solve your problems, or it's something you really don't want to do and you're feeling too polite to tell me. Please, let's get down to brass tacks, level with you. If it's a no, why is it a no? Maybe I can help. If I can't help, that's fine. But it's a no. And if it's a yes, what's getting in the way that you were scared of, that you want it to be a yes, but you're so frightened that you can't take that next step? What do I need to help you overcome? And if I can help you, I'll help you. If I can't, I'll get out of your way. That's honourable. There's nothing wrong or manipulative or bad about that. You're just trying to help someone get the result. If I'm trying to help you in sales and I want to help you get sales and you're not making any money and you're calling everyone, trying to sell everything to everyone and getting no results and hating yourself, am I doing you a disservice by selling you some sales training so that you can make another $100,000 doing shit you love with people you love? Fuck. Sales is not evil, but you can absolutely use the dark side of the force or the light side of the force, the side of love or the side of hate. You can hate yourself and the people you work with, and you can make money doing that, but you make a lot more money and be a lot happier loving the people you can work with and leaving the people you can't.
Okay, so there's people out there right now and they're thinking, like, that's me. I get it. Like, I do want to use the love side of the sword versus the fear side. Like, how do you help them specifically? What are you doing for them?
Well, I guess, look, I believe that, like many personal trainers and many coaches in many different areas will tell you that repetition is the mother of skills. The first thing I'll do is I'll test you in battle. I'll get you on the phone and doing what you need to do so that you can start to look at the numbers instead of you and start being confident instead of feeling weak and fearful. So I will challenge you to build a proper approach to a proper person and put you on the phone to talk to them so you can get results talking to people in real time, not sit biting your nails worrying about what might happen one day if you got off your ass and tried to sell someone something. I got a young bloke started with me 2 weeks ago. He was at 0 sales. He'd been in a bad way for a while. He was, really not. He was a bit up and down in his business. He came up to spend some time with me. Within 2 weeks, he sold, God, 6 plus. It's got to be at least, I think, almost $10,000 so far in total sales. Cash in the bank, I think he's put about $4,000 in my bank totally, but with ongoing orders. So I can turn people from being in a bad way around within a week or two if they do the work and they make the calls and they follow my systems. The people I can deal with, I get 3 kinds of people coming to me: people who want it all for free, the people who want to pay me money but expect money to suddenly fall from the sky, and the people who want to do the work and are really passionate and they want to break through the demons of fear and they want to follow my every instruction. They're going to do it with or without me, but if they know if they've got me on their side, that they'll get there faster because I've been where they are and I walk them out of the valley of the shadow of sales fear and into the light. So I can do that, but they have to want to do it more than they want to cling to their weak, puffy excuses. And because it's easy to cuddle up to that blanket of fear and say, oh, I love you, excuses. It's great in here. I don't have to do anything. Or you can say, right, I'm going to push myself to pick up the sword and fight the demon and go out there into battle against my own bullshit. That's what I need. If they're ready to stop being frightened if they're ready to stop sabotaging themselves, if they're ready to put on the armor of God and be invincible, if they're ready to pick up the sword of sales and fight for love instead of fear, and if they're ready to put on the crown of command and lead others into glorious battle in business, then those are the sort of people I'm looking for.
Dig it, man. I dig it.
I'm pretty passionate about it. If I wasn't, you wouldn't buy shit from me, would you?
No.
There's
That's right.
There's a lot of dickhead salespeople calling every week to sell people stuff. My job is to stand out as the most exemplary knight of honor on that field. The brightest armor, the shiniest steel, the sharpest sword. I've got to be better than everybody else in this whole industry if I'm going to sell you, because you deserve it. Because I have to take your business more seriously than everyone else does. I have to be more stunning, and my example of leadership has to be better than everyone else's. And that's what I build in my sales warriors. That's what I train in my Demon Slayer program. That's the kind of discipline that I want from my people. So if you're the kind of person who wants to do that, then I want to meet you, because there aren't many like us. There are always going to be more turkeys than eagles. There are always going to be more weaklings than warriors. I want to speak to real warriors who want to change stuff. I want to fight the demons of sales fear, and I want to get rid of sales loathing in small business. Loathing your own business and your own sales because you feel dirty and gross is not what you want to be doing for the rest of your life in your business, is it?
What's one of the first questions that you'll be asking them right now? So, like, just say someone's like, this sounds good. They kind of want to get the ball rolling, and so from this, there can be like a little takeaway. What's the first kind of question they could ask themselves to step out of that fear?
Why are you doing this? Why are you in business? Are you in business to fuck people over? Are you in business to rip people off? Are you in business to feel dirty about what you do and be poor and miserable and desperate? Or are you in business to love people, to grow wealth, to honor people? Are you ready to love them? Are you ready to forgive them if they're a bit arsey with you? Are you ready to show them compassion and gratitude if they listen to you? Are you ready to bring grace and order and honor in their lives? Because if you're ready to do that, that's what it's going to take to win in business. If you're not ready to do that, get the fuck out of business and go back to a day job. Because sales is love. And if you don't love your customers, there's something fucking wrong. So why are you doing this is the first question. What the fuck did you get into business for in the first place? Did you get into it to feel like shit and to be shackled in the chains of sales fear? Well, I hope not.
Cool, man. Now, if there's someone out there, right, and they're thinking, well, okay, look, this guy seems very credible. Seems like he could be the kind of guy I could really work with. They fall into one of those three categories, right? They got to be asking themselves right now, like, yeah, but, because there's always that objection. There's always that, yeah, but.
And I don't take that personally.
How do I know this is going to work for me? Because here's the thing, right? I'm coming to Roadshow in a couple of weeks, right?
Yeah.
Because I've got this show. I've got this thing that I'm passionate about, this thing that I want to do, and the intention all along, as well as being cool and providing great content, was to get out there and make a business with this.
Cool.
Right? And this is what I want to do. So that's why I'm coming to Roadshow, because I've got the thing. I need the systems. I feel I'm not scared of sales. I think I've got a lot of value to bring. So let's make this personal. How do I know that this is going to work for me?
Well, I guess the big thing about it is you don't. Most of the people in our society are weaklings. Most of the people in our society don't deserve to be rich and wealthy, and most of the people in our society are getting the results they deserve. Now, if you want to step up to be a warrior, that involves risk. If you want to step onto the field of honor, everybody wants to be the gold medalist. Everybody wants to be the best. Everyone wants to be a millionaire. Everybody wants the results, but no one wants to get off their fucking ass and do the work. So if you're coming to me as a business person looking for a guarantee of success, get out of your business and go back to McDonald's. And I guarantee you $40,000 a year. I guarantee you not ever quite being able to manage to pay your bills. I guarantee you a life of quiet desperation. I guarantee you the security of knowing that you'll never do what you want to do. But if you want to step up and be a salesman, a salesperson, a saleswoman, a sales warrior, if you want to step up and grow a business and make a life that means something, living life on your terms, being wealthy and powerful beyond all compared to the rest of the zombies living lives of quiet desperation that surround us, if you want to be the one out of 1,000 people that actually makes it, I can offer you no guarantees. In life, there is no security. There is no guarantee. There is only the opportunity and those who have the courage to strive for it. I guarantee you'll fail. I guarantee you'll make mistakes. I guarantee you'll lose money. I guarantee on the field of valor that you'll be wounded and that you'll be put down again and again and again. And what's going to make the difference is you getting back up and getting back up and getting back up. So if you're ready to put away the pedestrian person's desire for security and comfort, if you're ready to wear hard steel into battle, if you're ready to risk death, if you're ready to fight and die for your little patch of dirt, if you're ready to make a country, then you can be a king. But you don't get to be a king and a warrior and a warlord. You don't get to wear a crown if you haven't ridden into battle. Just recently, a SAS soldier was awarded the Victoria Cross. Sorry, I get a bit emotional when I talk about this. But he ran under fire to pull his buddy out of a burning vehicle. He carried the bastard back under fire to where his guys were pinned down. He got a javelin missile and took out a bunker with a machine gun and saved his whole patrol. And then he got awarded the Victoria Cross. He didn't get the Victoria Cross before he raced across the machine gun fire. He didn't get the Victoria Cross before he put his ass on the line. But he got it afterwards because he's a fucking hero. So I'm really proud of heroes, and if you like heroes too, and if you wanted to be one when you were a little kid, and you find yourself in business wanting to be a hero to your people, and to step up, and to be honourable in sales, I can guarantee you, if you keep getting back up every time they knock you down, sooner or later you're going to win. 9 times out of 10 they're going to knock you down. But if 1 in every 10 people buys, you make 100 calls a day, if you can sell 10 people at $1,000 a head, you can make $10,000 a day. The future is bright, but you have to get out there on the field of battle and swing the sword and risk death. You have to get on the phone and risk humiliation. You have to be prepared to suck. You have to be prepared to suck ass at it and to feel funny doing it. And be okay with that discomfort, because if you can't do that, you don't deserve the medal. You don't deserve the honour, and you don't deserve the glory, and you're going to spend the rest of your life living like a schnook and a weakling. And if you want to do that, then I'm not the right person for you. If you want to be a hero, I can help. But you need to be prepared to pick up the sword and go into battle for your life, to live life on your terms, to be able to make choices, to be able to spend the money on things you want to spend, and to be able to have the family, the life, the freedom that we're really fighting for here as entrepreneurs. You didn't get into business to be someone's slave. You didn't get into business to hate yourself. You got into business to fight for freedom, yeah? To be able to do what other people's can't, to be able to get what other people don't. If you do what other people's won't, you'll get what other people don't get. If you can't get out of your comfort zone and step into war against fear and smack down that sales demon, then you shouldn't be in business, because you don't have what it takes. If you want to get good at this, I can help you, but I can't offer you any guarantees. You need to offer me the guarantee that you're going to get off your ass and do what I tell you to do. It's that simple.
All right, well, that's me. I'm coming next week for sure. Like, yeah, that's why I'm coming, because I'm committed to my dream and everything. And I've beaten down that fear already. It's just I just need some systems and solutions, right? So if someone out there is like me, right, is thinking, okay, I want to head up to this thing, man. It's a 4-dayer. It's a big deal, man. This is like, it's going over 4 days. We're going to actually be able to create something out of nothing to then go forth and create that life, take those steps, take that action, get on the phone, right? So if there's any people out there like me, right, and they want to learn from you, what do they need to do next?
Well, what I want to do is anyone who wants to come along and spend time with me, we have, obviously the roadshow is coming up on the 24th to the 27th of August on the Gold Coast. So if they want to spend time at roadshow and learn from my mentor and my sales leader, my wife Leela, who's the reason I'm here today, she dragged me out of a life of incongruent, sales-fearing, self-loathing shit and turned me into the man I am today. I would not be who I am today if it wasn't for her. So if you want to come and learn from her, you'll get a few hours with me on Sunday. But what she showed me is my secret weapon, is how to get clear on who you really want to serve, and how to get clear on how to sell to those guys in a way that the way I've talked to you on this phone with this passion today, to be able to be this passionate about what you do and this clear on what you do. That's what Leela teaches. Sales is just a natural extension of that. Sales is a natural extension of having a valuable person that you love and want to help, who has the exact problem that you solve, that you talk to them and they go, yes, I need that, and you hold them to actually honour that and do it. So Roadshow is really Leela's event. I only present for one day. I'm just one part of what you're going to get out of Roadshow. Roadshow is about getting clear on who you are and what you really want and what your war is and what your holy mission is and what battle you really want to fight and what you want to be remembered for. Right? Life tries to write many stories on us, but it is the stories we leave carved in the rock of awesomeness with the steel of our resolve that history will remember. You know, Leonidas, 3,000 or 4,000 years ago, died leading 300 men into the pass at Thermopylae to stop 1 million Persians from taking Greece. He's immortal because of what he did. Your legacy, your immortality, your fight, your great mission, your great work on this earth, that's what Leela will help you with. That's what the Renegade Rockstar Roadshow is all about. It's standing out and being counted as the renegade, the rock star in your industry. Not one of a million pathetic emulators, but as a standout and as unique. This event we've done for the 4th year. This is the last year we'll be doing it because we're moving on into another area. This is your last opportunity to experience this. This event has spawned hundreds of successful business people, millions of dollars in profit for those businesses. And it's an event that other people in the industry look at and go, how the hell do they get away with doing what they do? This event has to be seen to be believed. So if you're sufficiently motivated to take the prize, to go into battle and win, well, the first step would be get to my website and opt in for my free audio on how to actually get clear on why you are selling in the first place, on sales mindset. If you come to my website and you opt in and you give me your number, I will call you and I will give you a free consultation. I will determine whether or not you are appropriate to enter the hall and learn with Leela and I and take your business to the next level. So no obligation. Come to www.sales, S-A-L-E-S, warlord, warlord.com.au and enter your details. I will contact you personally and we'll determine whether or not the Rockstar Roadshow is the place for you to learn how to authentically, congruently market yourself to the people that really need you and sell them on a mission of love and self-respect. If that's what you want to do, come to www.saleswarlord, saleswarlord.com.au, and I'll give you a free consult. We'll talk about your business direction and if this is going to be something that will work for you or not. If you like me and if I like you and we're a good fit, then I'll ask you to make a commitment. If you're not, then I will say, look, this is not for you, and we'll leave it there. I don't want to sell anyone anything they don't want. I just want to figure out whether I can help you and honour you. And if I can, I'd love to have you in my room. If not, I don't want to sell you anything that's not going to work for you. That's not me. That's not what sales is about. Sales is about love and self-respect. So come to my website, saleswarlord.com.au. Happy to help. Pop your details in, pop your mobile in. I'll have a chat with you. If it's for you, you'll know. If it's not, I'll know pretty quickly if you're the sort of person who's going to pick up the sword and do what you need to do or not. And if you're not, I'm not going to try and sell you anything because I don't want you in that room if you're not the right kind of person. If you're looking to get the results before you do the work, this isn't for you. If you're looking to blame everybody else for your sales problems, this isn't for you. This is only for warriors. So if you're a warrior, come and have a look at my website. Come and sign in. I'll give you a consult. We'll talk about what the next steps are.
Awesome, man. I can't wait. I'm more excited now than before I got on this call. I'm definitely, I'm making the trek from Sydney to get up to the Gold Coast.
I'm really glad to have you there, Pete. This will be revelatory for you. It will reveal a lot of cool things for you. And I'm glad that we've got your support in promoting this out to your people. And if there's people we can help, we'd love to help them. This isn't for everyone. It's only really for special people like yourself. And as a leader to another leader, thank you for your support. I really appreciate it. People want to come along to saleswarlord.com. Love to have you opt in and check this out. Have a talk to me. We've only got about 10 seats left at this point, so we've got to have a chat with you sooner than later. But thanks so much for giving me the time today.
No, it's cool, man. It's absolutely my pleasure. Well, guys, go to the website, saleswarlord.com.au, and opt in. There's only 10 seats left. Make it happen. Make it happen. Meet me there. Come and say g'day, and man, we'll battle this sales demon together. Awesome, dude. Man, it's just an absolute pleasure, and you've been an unreal guest.
Awesome. It's been a pleasure being on the show. Thank you so much. Come to saleswarlord.com.au. Happy to have a chat with you. No obligation. Let's see if we can help you.
Excellent, man. I'll see you next week.
Thanks, buddy.
See ya.
Bye.